Hi, I'm Pastor Nellie Shani, and I just thought today I will put something out there so that you can know a little bit more about me. I have a lot of teachings on YouTube on generational curses, and if you're watching this today, it's probably because you looked for me, and you have probably listened to some of my teachings that I've posted on YouTube. I'm married, have 3 children. 2 of my children are actually married, so I guess one of these days I'm going to be a grandmother. I was saved when I was about the age of 9 years old, but I don't think that I understood what salvation was. At the age of 9, I thought that salvation was just making things right with God so that He doesn't kill you or punish you or hurt you. I saw God as an angry old man who just sat in the heavens looking for someone to hit over the head. How wrong I was. But anyway, I got saved about maybe 10 times because every time I made a mistake, I would go on my knees and I would get saved again. Whenever I was in a meeting and a pastor called those who wanted to get saved to come forward, I always walked forward to accept the Lord. I guess in my young heart, I was looking for something more than what I was seeing. I was already looking for God, and yet I had the wrong view of Him. Salvation is something that a lot of people have rejected because of the people that are portraying salvation. And what I tell a lot of people is that people are not rejecting Christ. They are rejecting how Christ is presented to them. The Word of God tells us in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4 that the God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they are not able to see the light of the gospel. Why would Satan blind the minds of people not to see the light of the gospel if the light of the gospel was not beautiful? It is like a man and a woman walking down the street, and a beautiful woman comes towards them, and the wife covers the eyes of the man so he doesn't look at the woman. It's because the woman is beautiful. And in the same way, Satan knows that Jesus is beautiful. So he will block people from seeing the true Jesus. Unfortunately, the true Jesus is hidden because of Christians, because it's the Christians who portray Jesus to the world. When I found out who Jesus truly was, how beautiful He is, how loving, how compassionate, how kind, and that all that He thinks about me are good things, what He wants for me is the best, I fell in love with Him. But what I want to share really is about sin. Okay, don't turn off your video when I mention sin. A thought that has been going through my mind is that a 2-month-old baby is sinful. In fact, the moment a baby is born, they are sinful. If you do not agree with me, just think of a 2-year-old child. Okay, let me think of my own child. When my children were 2 years old, I did not have to teach them how to sin. I did not have to teach them how to steal. I did not have to teach them that if they ate sugar and I found out, even though there was sugar all over their mouths, I didn't have to teach them that they had to say they didn't eat it. So I asked myself, what is this thing that is in a child that is negative, that draws them towards doing wrong? And I realized that what it is that every child is born with sin. In Romans chapter 5 and verse 12, I have my Bible here with me. It says, therefore, just as sin entered the world through one man, and death through sin, and in this way death came to all men because all sinned. That means that when a child is born, so long as that child has come from Adam and Eve, they are born with the sin of Adam and Eve. And when God tells us that all have sinned, what he doesn't mean is that all have done what people call sinful, sexual immorality, killing, lying. No. What God means is that we have been born with sin that we have inherited from Adam. And because of that sin, we are told that the wages of sin is death. In fact, when God talked to Adam and Eve in the garden, he told Adam that the day that you eat of the fruit, you shall die. Now, Adam ate the fruit, but he did not die, physically at least. So what is it in him that died? What died in Adam was his spirit. He was able to communicate with God through his spirit. But from now on, Adam was not able to communicate with God with his spirit. So Adam died spiritually. So every child is born dead spiritually. I'm going to stop here, and tomorrow we're going to continue with my talk on salvation. God bless you.